Hello, I'm Dr. Frances Pitzilis. What is the truth about coconut oil? You may wonder, is it a fad? Is it healthy? Well, I've looked at the research. In the past, and up till now, it's been used for cooking, food preparation, infant formulas, tube feeding and intravenous feeding in hospitals, as well as antifungal, antibacterial and antiviral medications. It's also been a constituent of skin creams, sunscreens, cosmetics, toothpastes, soaps, detergents, lubricants, biofuels, as well as other pharmaceutical and industrial uses. Coconut oil mainly consists of special fat molecules called medium-chain triglycerides. Its total fat composition is 90 to 95%, and the coconut oil is made from the meat of the coconut. Chemically, 47.5% of the coconut oil is lauric acid, a low molecular weight saturated fatty acid, and lauric acid is also found in breast milk. The difference between this fat and others is due to its size. Most of the fats in the human diet are much longer than 14 or more carbon atoms, whereas medium-chain triglycerides have a shorter backbone of 6 to 12 carbon molecules, and that gives them different properties. Coconut oil is solid beneath 24 degrees Celsius, and has a high melting point, which makes it very good and very safe to cook with. This means it's slow to oxidize and slow to become rancid and harmful. When it comes to heart and blood disease, there have been beliefs that coconut oil could be harmful because it's made up of saturated fats. However, there's been some recent research suggesting that in fact it is good for the heart and the blood vessels, and that it increases the good HDL cholesterol. There's been one study of 1,839 Filipino women aged 36 to 69 that showed that coconut oil had a positive association with good HDL levels. However, there's not enough research to confirm it strongly. But we know that when we do scientific trials, sometimes we need to do more to be more sure. We do know, interestingly, that Pacific Islanders in their native environment consume up to 50% of their total calories from coconut oil and do not seem to be harmed. Moving to New Zealand seems to increase their health problems. However, there's no information about other things that could be influencing this, like social stress, apart from dietary change. I will be watching the research about this closely. When it comes to digestion and nutrient absorption, these medium-chain triglycerides in coconut oil are much smaller than standard triglycerides, and so after passing through the stomach and into the small bowel, they don't need to be digested by pancreatic enzymes in the way that the larger triglyceride fats are, and as a result they are immediately absorbed into the blood and go to the liver and are used for energy. So medium-chain triglycerides can be used as a source of fuel instead of glucose, and they give endurance. Medium-chain triglycerides are thought not to circulate the same way that other fats circulate in the blood. So they are less likely to be involved in atherosclerosis in the artery walls, and they're less likely to become incorporated into fat cells and become stored. So they don't give a person less energy, they give them more energy, and they don't give a person more fat. Not only that, but medium-chain triglycerides improve absorption of nutrients like calcium, magnesium, B vitamins, and vitamin A, D, E, and K, and beta-carotene. Amino acids, which are the protein building blocks, are also potentially better absorbed. Energy and metabolism. I have read that coconut oil has been given to athletes and that the energy boost is not like caffeine, but it's more like an increase in endurance. The energy production caused by medium chain triglycerides in coconut oil stimulates the metabolism and so may cause fat burning. So it's almost like your ideal fat. It helps you get more endurance, but it fat burns as well. Not only that, but coconut oil has antiviral and antibacterial effects. There's not a lot of research on this, but there are some papers showing a definite antimicrobial activity. Streptococcus can affect the lungs, and commonly staphylococcus affects the skin. But other bugs are susceptible, like Helicobacter pylori that can get into your stomach, Chlamydia trachomatis that can get into the eye, and other bugs like Neisseria, Candida, Giardia, and viruses like herpes, influenza, Epstein-Barr virus, hepatitis C, HIV, leukemia virus, and cytomegalovirus. The antimicrobial activity of coconut oil is thought to be from disrupting the cell membranes of bacteria and viruses, and in addition to that, it interferes with the messaging system of viruses and with viral maturation. One study made coconut oil into a skin cream and found it to be effective against Pseudomonas aeruginosa, and that's very hard to treat. As well as that, E. coli, P. vulgaris, B. subtilis, and Candida albicans. So there's quite a lot to this coconut oil, which is a medium chain triglyceride. Dentists are even using it and looking at it for oral health. Brushing teeth with fibrous husk of the coconut is a common practice in rural South Africa. And a study showed that it had activity against common oral bacteria that cause caries or holes in the teeth, and gum disease, which is really important, and against Candida. When it comes to the brain, which has the highest metabolism in the body and uses glucose as its preferred energy source, there can be a role for coconut oil. When the glucose energy source fails, the liver makes ketones from stored fat, and ketones are an alternative fuel source. So coconut oil can form ketones. As well as that, the research into Alzheimer's disease has suggested that because coconut oil reduces inflammation, it then allows the glucose to get into the brain cells a lot better. When I did this research, it was at its early stages. So as well as forming ketones to help the brain, the ketones formed by coconut oil also helps to lower type 2 diabetes. When all is said and done, it does not appear that coconut oil is harmful. It appears to have potential for health benefit. We just need a bit more research to confirm it. In the end, I think that you'd be better off putting coconut cream in your coffee than dairy cream.